All right, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm basically going to come up in here and clean up the engine bay, just to get it a little bit cleaner. And I've also got a front seal that I want to get put in on the transmission, while I have the engine out. But, first I need to get these gaskets and, that other grill that I bought for the car cleaned off there. But this is basically the work that I've been getting done on the 5-cylinder itself. I've already gotten the oil pans off of it. Got them, pretty well cleaned up. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's something that you're not really going to see, that much. And got the lower oil pan painted, but I've also got in here and cleaned up the gasket surfaces and basically stuff like that. And I've also came over here and got that valve cover lid cleaned up as best I could, basically. But that's kind of what I've been doing here for the last few days, is cleaning and a lot of stuff like that. But I really don't have too much further to go before I can start dropping the engine back down in here. So I really just kind of want to get it cleaned up today. So I hope you enjoy my video, and please like and subscribe. All right, well, I've got the car moved outside, and first thing I'm going to do is I'm not really going to spray any type of cleaner on here yet. I'm going to work on getting a lot of that buildup off of there first. So yeah, basically after I blast off a lot of that built up oil and stuff like that, I'll come back in here with some cleaner and spray it on there and get it cleaned up a little bit better. All right, now that I've gotten everything sprayed down and most of the bigger oil off of it and all of that, which it really wasn't too bad. I've sprayed it off at the car wash before, but it just had a few places, like down here on the bottom of this cross member, and basically kind of up on top of the transmission. And now the top of the transmission ain't, it's kind of hard to get to, a lot of that, and a lot of it just won't spray off. But basically what I'm going to do now is I've got some Purple Power. I know it says not acid wheel cleaner, but I save, I like to save back my bottles. But I'm basically going to come in here and spray down a lot of it and give it a good scrub with my scrub brush, and hopefully it comes out and looks a little better. I know stuff like that right there won't, but I might hit that up with a little bit of paint and whatnot. And I do have some stuff in there to kind of recover up those wires. It's got a few spots in there where that coverings come off. But yeah, I'm gonna get all of that pretty well taken care of, and I'll see you back here in a little bit. All right, now that I've gotten it back into the shop, it does look quite a bit cleaner. The cross member down here, it was pretty well caked with oil, and it it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. But I was thinking about it one time replacing those engine mounts, but I think those don't look to be original. I think those have been replaced, and I never really had that much of an issue with the the diesel in here shaking back and forth, or really anything like that. And those struts down there for it, are still in pretty good shape. But basically, about the only thing that I'm really going to try to do in here next is get in here and start, trying to take care of some of these wires here, get some insulation put back around them, and a few little things like that. I'll probably come in here, and I've already cleaned up the grounds, like this one right here. Gosh, basically back whenever I first got the car. But I think I'll end up probably taking all of these, little grounds off, and basically, kind of try to get in there and clean them up just a little bit better. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I've got to come in here, and I got to get this engine lower oil pan put on. So that's probably gonna be the next thing I do after I get in there and get basically a few things sorted out with the wiring in there, and I'll get that seal put in the transmission. But yeah, so basically that's what I'm going to try to finish up next. All right, I did get in here and I started taking apart these ends that go on the basically the end of the wire there. They just basically kind of come apart. You pry back on those little tabs there, and yeah, they just kind of pop right off, and then you can slide the ends of the wires out. But I got some of this heat shrink tubing to put up and around the wires themselves, just to kind of help protect them. But I am going to have to get in, and I'm going to have to get a bigger diameter to be able to go around this bigger bundle of wires, and on some of the wiring down there. So I'm going to have to run into town and get some of that. And also I'm going to have to get another bolt to go in, basically on the end of the balancer here. If you remember or have watched one of my other videos, you've seen that I basically had to drill the head off of one just to be able to get that pulley and balancer off of it. But I did end up getting the oil pan put on, and some of the intake manifold studs cleaned up, and it's getting pretty close to going back together. I did end up getting the new seal put in there in the transmission. So yeah, I'm basically going to cut it off here for today, and get the rest of the parts that I need, and I should be able to go back in with it tomorrow. But if you have been enjoying my videos here on this old Mercedes here, please consider liking and subscribing. But until then, hope all of my American viewers are having a safe and happy 4th of July weekend. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.